Let's plan your week, but let's do it in the simplest way possible. And instead of giving you a long lecture, we're going to answer any potential questions that you might have when you sit down planning your week. And if it ever sounds familiar to you, that you look at your planning and you just ask yourself, where am I going to start to be successful throughout the week? Then this video is for you, because we make it very simple, and if you use it, you feel unstoppable. You ready to rumble? All right, then let's start right away with question number 1, which is, why do I even need to plan my week? Because without a plan, your week gets hijacked by other people's priorities. Planning isn't about control, it's about clarity. It helps you reduce stress, make better decisions, protect your time, and actually finish the things that matter. And a plan gives you a direction and not a chaos. Because if you don't even know what you really want to work on, you say you start your week and then you have Peter, Carlo, Maria, who else coming in and saying, hey, I need this quickly, this and that quickly. You suddenly realize, ooh, this is too much. I don't even know what else I wanted to work on. That's why really having a plan in mind for the week ahead of you, it helps you really just to navigate through all this kind of chaos throughout the daily life. Because then you know, okay, Peter, your question is very good, but actually let me get back to you in the next week when I have a bit more availabilities. And having a plan really just helps you to navigate throughout the daily chaos. Then let's have a look at question number 2. Okay, what is the first step? And that's really nice, because you start with a reset. Before you plan anything, clear the mental and physical clutter. For example, you can clean your space for 2 to 3 minutes. You close all tabs, you review last week, and you celebrate one win. With this, you tell your brain, hey, we start fresh. And that's the cool thing. Whenever I start my weekly planning, I really look at, okay, what could I achieve within this week? And you know, when you can say, yes, done, hooray. It feels already good, because you see that because of having the plan, having the focus, you really were able just to get this one task done, or those 3 tasks, or whatever task you have in mind, you can accomplish it. And you already start with this dopamine rush, seeing that you could achieve it, so it will be easier to plan the next week. And of course, you're more encouraged to plan your week ahead. So the first step is really just reset everything, clear out unnecessary clutter just for a few minutes. Of course, you don't want to do the cleaning for 1 hour so that you can do a review for 5 minutes. Of course, do it for 2 to 3 minutes so that you really, in a clean space and a nice, peaceful environment that helps you really think clearly what you need to do for the next week. Let's have a look at the next question is, how do I know what to focus on? That is really interesting, because sometimes you have so many things on your plate and it's sometimes difficult to really pick the most important things. But here's the deal, if you have 27 priorities, it's very difficult to focus on, right? 27? Instead of the 27, just focus on 3 top priorities. Yes, you heard right. Focus on 3 points, because then your brain is more likely to remember the 3 priorities that you have yourself, instead of this long list of 27 items. And how can you find them? Is you ask yourself, what matters most? What will move me forward? Or what will reduce stress? And your top 3 priorities are your anchors, and everything else is optional. As you see, again, you have the list of 27. You consider the top 3 priorities, and the other ones, they're more bonus activities. If you accomplish them, good. But the first important point is to make sure you hit your 3 priorities, so that the most important topics for the week are really getting done. And if you realize, okay, there are more questions coming in that are actually more important than the other 27 I have set on my list, then you can also juggle around and kind of plan it accordingly. Let's have a look at the next question. But my priorities feel so big. What do I do? Here's the cool thing. You break them into micro steps, tiny actions that take 10 to 20 minutes. And instead of saying, I work on this giant project, try draft the outline, send email, review notes, because those micro steps make progress feel easy, and easy progress builds momentum. Yeah, it makes sense, because you see this big mountain in front of you. But instead, if you think about doing smaller steps, okay, first I'm going to create a draft, then I'm going to practice, then I work on another aspect. You see, you have those small steps that you build up continuously, and it just feels easier to climb that mountain instead of saying, okay, I'm going to do it in one wash and it's done. No, use really smaller steps. So this means for a week, you have these top 3 priorities, but you break them down in smaller steps. You got that? So remember, create it smaller steps so that it's easier to build momentum for your task. And of course, once you do that, as you have the momentum, you're more likely to feel unstoppable. Question number 5, not 4, question number 5. When do I actually do all of this? Here the answer is use flexible time blocking. It means you break down your task in different time block slots and then can kind of flexibly vary it throughout the day, throughout the week. Those time blocks can be meeting time, deep work time, can be reset time, it can be personal time, or also time for meetings. Because you can place those micro steps into those right blocks, and it helps your week to stay structured, but also breathable. Because you know, this block is not fixed on that one specific time, and maybe you don't really feel like it, and then you have to do it. No, it is flexible. You can say right now, I don't really feel like it, and then it's okay, because you can move the block somewhere else and instead replace it with another block. Then let's have a look at the next question, which is, what if I don't have the energy? That's a very good point, because here's one thing to have a successful week in order to feel unstoppable is that you don't just plan time, you also plan your energy. It means you have a look at when I'm the sharpest, when do I crash, or when do I feel creative, and match the task according to your energy. For example, if you have high energy, that's when you do your deep work. If you have medium energy, then you do your admin work. If you have low energy, just simply stick to simple tasks. It can be also your personal time where you just do some tasks that really energize yourself. For example, myself personally in the evening, I just love to reset myself and do something creative that just energizes me and just helps me to calm down from a busy day and doing the things I love to do with some nice crafts that I can also share on anything creative on my Etsy shop, right? So really look at the tasks that really help you energize yourself. The tasks you can do when you're at your sharpest moment, when you can really do focused work, or when you realize, I'm in between, maybe it's a good time to have meetings with people, to communicate, to brainstorm, to network. Because one thing you definitely don't want to have is that at the end of the day, you really work on a critical project for your manager, you submit it and it's full of mistakes. Your manager might be wondering, hey, what happened here? Why are all those mistakes? And it will impact your own reputation. And you really don't want to have that happen, right? So really plan your task accordingly. Look at when you're most energetic, that's when you do the deep work. When you have medium energy, that's when you can do some tasks in between meetings, for example. And when you realize, okay, I'm not really so focused right now, that's when you do the simplest task possible. And you can really use then again the time blocks and switch it accordingly, matching your energy at the moment. Last question. How do I make my week feel less boring? I love that question. Because of course, if you just have your task and you structure your work according to tasks, you say like, I have to do this, change it, blah, blah, blah. You don't really have much joy in it, but putting some sparks of joy, some things that you really love to do, they just energize yourself. They just make it worthwhile really working on those tasks and being unstoppable and accomplishing all those tasks, right? So that's why add one joy anchor in your week. It can be something small that makes the week feel good. And this can be a walk, a treat, a hobby, a quiet moment, or even just having a coffee with a best friend, right? So really look at the things that bring a bit more joy into your weekly routine, because when you have the joy, that's when your energy, your batteries recharge. You have more energy to work on the deep work tasks that you have, the meetings that you have planned, and also all of the admin tasks. And you're again unstoppable! As I said before, for me, I like to do some creative tasks in the evening. It just helps me to balance the daily routine and just kind of really focus on creating something really nice. Because you know what? A little bit of creativity every day makes you happy anyway. And I'd like to add one more bonus question, which is, do I need to do everything at once? No. The good thing is, Good habits, they build up slowly. And as you do your steps one at a time, you will see that you build up more momentum, and you can really work on that planning muscle to feel, yeah, you see it already, to feel unstoppable. Which means that after seeing this video, start small. Take one action that you found really inspiring. Try it in your daily routine. Try it in your weekly routine, and you already see the impact. As you see this is working for you, then you can also add some other adjustments what you see, for example, in the video. So for example, for you, this could be first you start with looking at what are the top 3 priorities throughout the week. Then at the end of the week, you review it, you look at, yes, I achieved this and that. And then you see, okay, it's working. And then you can think about, okay, when I'm the most productive. And then it gives you a bit of an idea when you can do your separate task, right? Remember, it's about building up smaller steps so that step by 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 step, you build up momentum to feel unstoppable. And as you can see in this video, this is your planning system to have a successful week. Try it out. And it's not really about sticking specifically to the routine, but adapting it to what you need that is going to be helpful for you, for the life and the vision that you want to create and implement for yourself. Let me know in the comments which points you liked, and of course, which one you want to hear more of, so that you are unstoppable no matter what. Then speak to you soon, and remember to subscribe to the channel, because there will be more of those videos coming up very soon. Talk to you. Bye.